soul. Like 11:11 or 4:44, the spiritual realm is untold. I let it unfold and battle my soul that you never see me rescind. Yeah, I realized, like, man, you control your own destiny. There's a poem by a guy named Charles Hennings called Invictus. And Invictus is a Latin word that means unconquered. And the last line, the last one or two lines of that poem says, I'm the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul. And I read that shit every day for years. I memorized it. I read it every day, man, because I said to myself, I control this shit. It don't matter what type of current the water may have, no matter what the elements may present to me, I control the shit. And even if it capsizes, I'm gonna flip it right back over and I'm gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? So it was that, man, where I said to myself, I can't keep doing this shit to me. If not to nobody else, I can't keep disappointing me. I'm tired of getting pictures. I'm tired of not being involved in the festivities. I'm tired of living off memories from 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My
clothes got bigger and bigger and shit. Every time I got a picture, every time a year went by, like, this old ass picture, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just got tired. Okay. And once you get tired, man, it's time to come out the game a little bit. You know, for a little while. I'm the man. I'm tucking my jersey. The coach taking me out. I'm tired of this shit, man. So I gotta do something different. So that was it for me.
Okay. I see you do a lot of work with Ed Hennings.
Yeah, that's my
homie. How did you meet Ed Hennings, and how do you work with him on a personal level?
Man, me and Ed been friends, man, for 25 years, man. Like, honestly, and it don't even seem like it's been that long.
Yeah.
But I met Ed in '97 when I was in the county jail. I was 15, he was 24. Them type of circumstances create friendships that would never ever happen in real life. No way I'd have been hanging out with dog. He 24, I'm 15.
Yeah.
He probably would not get away from me, man.
Yeah.
You know, but confinement has a way of creating relationships and friendships that other circumstances, aside from work, because you be friends with an 85-year-old man. I'm like, Earl, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? At work, but yeah, man. So I met Ed when I was 15, and then he went his way, I went mine, because I was still going through. I was a juvenile, but a lawful adult. They sent him out of state. They never sent me out of state. Okay. So we bumped back into each other, 2005, 2006, somewhere around there, in prison again. He was still locked up. I thought he had gotten out. He hadn't. So we met at a time. We were reacquainted at a time when I was looking for a change in my life mentally. Okay. Because I know, your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner world. Yeah. So I had to change my mentality. And he was one of those people who never really wore the situation that we were in. Okay. And I peeped that, and I'm like, you know what? That makes sense to me.
So he was kind of like an inspiration for you.
Yeah. I used to look up to him. Always been a good dude, man. Always been somebody who would never lead you astray. And at that time, I needed that in my life. I was 22, 23. He was 33, 34, somewhere around there. And I just needed something other than what I had been seeing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And we reminisced about when we met in '97, and I peeped what he was doing, and I said, you know what? I need something different. What made it different in terms of the demographic was that I made music, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And so I was able to tap into the old me by way of the music, and even the guys that was younger than me or my age at that time. Yeah.
So you was able to write more. That's when you started writing more music in prison?
Well, yeah, it was more concentrated. Okay. Because I was doing it on the street too, but I was also doing a bunch of other unnecessary shit. And it's hard to strike a balance between the bullshit and the bullshit that's not bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta I'm straddling the fence here. Eventually, one direction is going to have a stronger pull
Right.
than the other, and you eventually gonna fall, whether it's the positive side or the negative side. So, but yeah, man, I was just looking to do something different, man. I was like, I can't keep doing this, and I didn't realize how people was looking at me. They was looking at me with disappointment, like, man, you got too much talent, man. You know,
Yeah.
you can be people that had stopped believing in themselves start believing in me because they felt like their time was over with.
Yeah.
And I found myself saying to them, hey, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah.
Um,
So they felt like their shot was over with,
Yeah,
and your shot, you was
yeah.
the next one up, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I wrote books in prison, which prompted guys or inspired guys to write their own story. And I'm like, man, you got hands like me. You got an ability to write and understand and comprehend like me. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
They was like, you think something? Like, hell yeah, I know so. So it became that type of thing.
Okay.
And then, you know, of course, every now and again you bump into the people that are just hell bent on not believing in themselves.
Right.
And that's when I got to work a little harder to say, hey, man, look, this would happen for me out here. This, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera. This, that, and then you kind of make them believe. And me and Ed had a lot of people think me and Ed agree a whole lot. We don't agree a lot about it. Me and Dog had the same argument, man, for 3 years now.
Yeah.
I promise you, he'll tell you. Like we debated about this thing. He told me that school was the same as prison.
Yeah.
I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, no, hell no.
Nah,
I was
yeah.
in prison.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It's similar. It's
Excuse me.
very similar.
So he had both of the experiences. He had the college experience.
Okay.
I didn't. I just had the prison experience.
Okay.
So his frame of reference was that. Mine was just information. So he like, man, I'm telling you. I'm like, bullshit. And listen, he would tell me, man, between 2011 and 2014, we went back and forth about this shit daily. It wasn't heated arguments, it wasn't none of it, but it was just like, man, I would go back to try to figure out what he was talking about, and I would come and talk to him. He would reinforce what he was saying, like, man, that's man told you tripping, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bobby was like, nah, young blood. I'm
Yeah,
telling
he was
you.
like, man, I'm telling you, Brad, for real, man. He was, I'm telling you, I'm like, dog, that's not it, I'm telling you. And then, at this time, I was working on telling people, you're right, I'm wrong.
Right.
Like, because that's so powerful. When you're able to say those words genuinely and not sarcastically, there's a power that you have. So I said to myself, I was telling people, you're right, I'm wrong. And I was going back to people.
Okay.
You're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong, et cetera, et cetera. And it hit me one day, the word institution.
Okay.
I said, damn, this motherfucker right. I said, this motherfucker right, man.
Yep.
And I did some digging. And I said, damn, I don't care if you're talking about the way that they feed you.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a school to prison pipeline, because the word institution it's like the sky, and it hovers above all three of those entities. And I said, damn, man. I went to him, I said, hey, man, hey. I said, man, come outside. We went outside. I said, no, you right, man. I said, I'm wrong, you right.
I know he was happy to hear that after
He
3
like,
years of
he knew what the
debating.
hell I was talking about. He was like, what you talking about? I said, man, you saying prison is like school. He's like, oh yeah. So I broke it down, my understanding of it. And see, this is what it was, because he damn near a decade older than me. So his experience, of course, was 10 years more than mine.
Right.
So I was just like, hey, you right. And I said, oh shit. It kind of threw everything in perspective. And it threw me for a loop, because I said, dog, they've been fucking us up from the beginning.
Yeah.
From day one.
All programming.
All programming. Why you think it was so easy to adapt to that environment? Because we went through 3 different stages of this shit. Grade school, junior high, and high school. I didn't see too much high school because I went to prison.
Yeah.
But, I've been knowing Ed for years. That's my homie, man. So when we came home and we were able to do a lot of the work that we talked about doing, a lot of the stuff we didn't even talk about.
Okay.
We just wanted to do some stuff that was going to have a positive impact on some
So it
people.
kind of just happened and y'all
Yeah,
went
and it
with
got
the
bigger
flow.
and bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh damn, we might be on to something.
Yeah, cause I see y'all transition, both you and him. Both of y'all transitions from prison to society has been extraordinary.
Yeah,
Like,
man. And
for me, y'all are literally walking testimonies to younger people or people that's in jail and people like myself. Like, I've never been to prison, but I look at y'all's story and I can relate to it a whole lot because of my background and how I grew up. You know, so I appreciate y'all doing what y'all do because it's helping out a lot of people more than what y'all thinking.
Yeah. And you know what? I had somebody tell me, he got out, he inboxed me and was like, "Man, I prayed that I would meet you." I'm like, damn, whoa, like, I don't really, you know, it's not, I'm gonna fuck up and I'm gonna disappoint you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna stumble a little bit, but I understand it because it was people who I met, man, that I'd only seen from afar, that I had that response to. And I understood that, you know, we all are, I ain't gonna say victims, but we are at the mercy of our own humanity. So we go, you know, we fallible people, and that's just how it is. But for me to even to be able to have that impact on somebody's life, I'm grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm appreciative, and I just want to keep working. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make it to the point where, man, I not only understand and inspire the guys that's coming home from prison, even the cats that's in the street, man, because I come from that.
Yeah.
And the only difference is I made a different choice. My choice was to say I'm not gonna stay in that.
Okay.
Because I knew it was something different outside of the confines of my neighborhood.